Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click that little red button below, right there, just below. If you want to be notified of my post first, click the bell right beside it and it'll send you a notification as soon as I post. Okay, so I'm following the Turpins story. I did a little bit more digging on David and Louise here, and I wanted to look into the book that the sister Flores had written, Sisters of Secrets, and I do still want to pick that up actually just to see what it's all about. I thought it was really interesting. Like, we all know that David and Louise met when she was young. She was 15 and he was 22, and they had met at church. Something that I thought was really odd, though, was that Louise had sort of been raised to be protective of her own siblings in her own home as a child. So why would she later on turn around and mistreat and abuse her own children in her own home? That's a little bit odd, right? So nevertheless, other things that I felt were odd was that they picked up a Ouija board and started witchcraft. I mean, we know that there's been some talk about this, but how does one person go from church and God to witchcraft and Ouija boards and evil? It makes no sense. I don't know what ticks in a person's brain that makes them switch sides like that. So in 1985, David posed as her father and went to her school and took her out of school, and they ran away together. We've all heard of that story, although I didn't know that David had sort of acted as her father and took her out of school. So, I mean, obviously her parents were frantic and, they called the Texas police and, had them tracked down. But, Louise was adamant that she really wanted to be with David, and that if they didn't allow that, that she was just going to continue running away with him. So giving her parents sort of no other choice, they signed and gave permission for her to marry this man. And I feel like that was the beginning of things going south for Louise. I mean, why would you need a trove of satanic books and a Ouija board right after you got married? I mean, it makes it seem like there was other things that were discussed and talked about in and amongst their relationship to make them go from church attending couple to witchcrafting practicing couple. Flores recounts a story when she was 20 years old of David and Louise in Fort Worth, that she had gone to live with them for a little while. And she thought that some of Louise's rules to the house were a little bit strange. The children were not allowed to talk to their aunt without Louise present. And, Flores had asked to play with them at one time, and she said no, that she wanted to protect them from her ways or something and put them away in their room and wouldn't let them play together. She didn't want their ways rubbing off on them. So very odd, peculiar. She also made the children ask to use the washroom. I mean, when you're in your own home and you have to go to the washroom, who does that, right? So really interesting stories and tidbits that are coming out of the woodworks from family members from long time ago that should have sent some messages to the family members that something odd was going on. But nobody said anything and nobody did anything, so sadly, Flores and her husband do have 7 of their own children. Who knows how the heck they're being raised? It's, it is the Turpin family. And quite frankly, with David and Louise doing this, I'm not sure what the background looks like on the rest of the family. If this is how, these people are, what is the rest of the family like? So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate the support. If you have any comments to add, fill that in. I love hearing from you folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted as we go along. Trial starts August 3rd. Hopefully we'll get a lot more information then. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.